Here, right there, we all love sports and we go to recreation facilities, and most of them you find everything is easy and the process, you like the process and you go there again and again. You are not alone. I have an expert who helped that process make it smoother. His name is Steve. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. I appreciate you inviting me on the show.
Steve, let me ask this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Yeah, so um, quick background. So I grew up in northwestern Ontario in Canada, and grew up, being surrounded by nature and going out to the lake and things with my family. And then in the middle of my life, I kind of lost that piece of me, and uh, really didn't spend a lot of time in nature anymore. Spent a lot of time in the strategy development, process improvement, and project management space, and have just started realizing that there was something missing. And in 2014 is where I reconnected to that piece of me in the outdoors. And since then, I've been really trying to figure out how to merge the two of those things together, which is how I've ended up where I am today. And so I, really have a desire to be able to work with the outdoor recreation industry to help them optimize the results that they want to get in their businesses, by utilizing my strengths in the strategy development and project management space.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
This was a fun thing for me to like unpack a little bit, because it's admitting some of your mistakes can be very revealing. But one of the things I learned from Michael Bungay Stanier is to not make assumptions and to learn how to ask good questions and be curious and really try to stay curious as much as you can. And the second thing that I learned from just life in general is that don't try to be someone you're not, and don't try to fake it until you make it. And really learning to accept yourself for who you are, and truly be in that place, is really important. And when you're able to do that, you're much more likely to be able to live your values and your roles and really be able to create meaningful relationships. The third thing that I've learned is, don't just try to carbon copy somebody else's results for your own, because it won't last. And that kind of a mistake can really cost you a lot in the long run. And you really need to discover what makes you and your business unique and capitalize on those strengths, and really be able to uh, you know forge through on that. And I think those are three things that I've made mistakes on in the past, and so I think those are things that I've really learned to try and make, yeah, me who I am today.
My next question is similar. What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Yeah, back in 2014, it's a very pivotal year for me. That was when I actually went through a divorce. And at that time, I didn't have a lot of direction in my life. I was severely overweight. And yeah, I was basically starting over with nothing. I didn't have any money to my name. I didn't really know what I was doing. A friend of mine, called me up and uh, and asked me if I needed some help, and I'm really glad that he did, because that was the moment that really turned my life around. And since then, I reconnected my love of the mountains and nature, and I've really been, uh, really, that moment in time until now has really allowed me to feel like this time has made me feel so much more alive than I ever was. And so, although it was a pretty low point in my life, it was the moment that really helped me start moving in the direction that I really wanted to go.
What are your top three success secrets and that others can follow?
Yeah, the first one I learned from a mentor of mine, David Meltzer, and that is to be a student of your calendar. Really being a student of the things that you're doing and where you're putting your time has really been a valuable thing for me to really understand better of what are the critical things that I need to be doing each and every day in order to help me get to where I want to go. Um, the second thing I would say is reflect on your progress regularly. Um, if you go out into the mountains, um, you typically bring a map and compass or GPS unit of some kind to kind of keep track of where you're going. And if you don't, periodically look at where you are, then you have no idea of if you're making progress in the right direction or not. And so I think it's really important to reflect and stop and turn around and look around and say, okay, well, where was I? Where am I now? And where am I going? So really being able to reflect on, you know, where you're heading to could be very important in order to capitalize on success in general. And the third thing that I've learned is that it's important to ask for help. I think it's a sign of strength when you're able to admit that you don't know how to do something. And quite frankly, if you don't know how to operate on something in a zone of genius, then really you're just, wasting a lot of time. I think uh, allowing others to really operate in their zone of genius helps both of you, and so you're going to get much better results in the long run if you're able to do that.
What is the most impactful business book you read, and what did you learn from it?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite books ever that I've read. I think the thing that I've learned the most from that is um, my my mind has a lot to do with the success that I see. I think it all starts within me, and the more that I'm able to, um, really sort out my own thinking and not get wrapped up around the axle and not get sent in the wrong direction is just very helpful. And also, the other thing that I learned from that book that's very important is the idea of a mastermind and that idea of asking for help. And so, I think those two things are probably the most impactful things that I took away from that book. And I've read the book probably I don't know. I think I'm on my third or fourth time through, and I'll probably read it a couple more times in the next couple of years because every time I read it, I just get something new out of it. It's just an amazing book.
Steve, we are entering into a quick round, which is short answers, short questions, and quick answers. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, what do you want to do when you grow up?
Yeah, I want to be able to take my work outside and be able to enjoy the outdoors and also be able to enjoy helping business owners. So that's really what I want to do. Yeah.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
I think the first thing that I do is I try to be silent and I try to listen to what is happening around me and really try to understand, the details of what's happening rather than just responding and reacting right away. I like to learn as much as I can before I make a decision.
What are you grateful for today?
Oh, that's a pretty long list. My health, my family, my friends, the the privilege that I have to have opportunity, Um, I think the privilege I have to be able to enjoy nature in the mountains, that I was introduced to it at a young age. Um, and yeah, I'm just grateful for, yeah, just another day.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Hmm. Uh, well, I mean, I think I have a unique relationship with my wife in that, we're both business owners, and so um, some of the ideas that we throw back and forth are not like uh, what you would consider conventional, I guess, and we don't really have a hard time like supporting each other with some of our crazy ideas, and so it's actually I feel very fortunate to be able to say that.
Who is your living mentor and what is the impact they have on your life?
Yeah, I actually have two living mentors that I really look up to. So it was hard to just choose one. Uh, Jay Abraham and David Meltzer. Jay has really taught me the importance of being a student of business, and David has taught me the importance of being a student of myself and my inner journey. And so, the two of them together have really impacted me greatly.
Yeah, that's great. I would love to interview Jay. That's one on my wish list. I'll let you know. I will share that when that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, he's a great guy. I'm very blessed to have been able to be introduced to him.
How do you start your day?
Yeah, I start it the same way every single day. I get up at 4:30 and I make a cup of tea, and I uh, meditate for about 10 minutes, and I try to read for at least 20 minutes every day. And then, I'll start after a quick workout, and then I'll just jump into my day after that. It's pretty much the same thing every single day.
Why is being impactful important to you?
Because I don't want to just float by. I think that we all have a piece of uh, ownership in really making the world a better place. And I don't want to just be part of the problem. I want to be part of a solution, and I want to be really able to um, yeah, help those that need my help, and whatever that might be, whether that's a friend or family member or business owner. That's why being impactful is important.
What would you say about your guest experience for today's show?
Yeah, I'm honored, to be honest with you, that you invited me, and I think anybody that has the opportunity to be interviewed on this show, I would highly recommend it. So, some of these questions were just very in you know impactful for me as I was like preparing for this time and thinking about some of the answers to these questions. It really helped me solidify some of the things that I believed and some of the things that I am doing. So yeah, I would highly recommend it.
How can we support you?
I think the best way is if you know anybody, or if you are in the outdoor recreation space and are looking for some help with crafting a strategy for your business, and really wanting to be able to make a bigger impact, reach out to me on LinkedIn. That's the best place to get a hold of me right now. And yeah, start a conversation, and we can jump on a call and chat about it and see if we might be able to help each other.
What would you say as a final word?
Yeah, learn to accept yourself. I think that when I started figuring that out and started being okay with who I am, I became so much more able to grow. Because when you accept yourself and accept your surroundings, I think that's where you can actually truly start from. But if you're not able to accept yourself, it's going to be very hard to grow. So that's what I would say.
Steve, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and time with us. We appreciate you. On the behalf of Entrepreneur Empowerment Club and our entire team, we appreciate your time with us. And this is Mohammed Bashir signing off from Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, thank you. Bye. Appreciate it.